Okay, now we're back again here. Now we're going to go and open a structural template, and we want to link in our architectural template that we created. So go find your architecture template. So let's go insert. Let's do a link CAD. Oh, first of all, let's cancel this. One thing you got to be aware of, the default structural template is at level 2, but we want to be on level 1. So let's go to level 1 here. And let's go look at what's going on in our elevation view. So let's go look at the north elevation. So, okay, we're at the same level, the same datum as our architecture. So that's fine. So let's close this one down. Now let's go and do a Revit link. And our project architecture is there. Now let's open this. Origin to origin. Now, okay. Now we're in here. You only see few items, elements. These are just doors. So what you want to do now is you want to go over into your discipline. You want to do this. You want to go into discipline, and you want to change this to coordination. Okay, now coordination allows us to see everything in our model, all disciplines. So we'll work with coordination for right now. So we're in a totally different file, so we can adjust these. Actually, let's leave these alone for now. Yeah, move that there, shift that over here. Now, what I want you to do now, we want to go, and normally we like to have our grids in this file. Okay, so let's go and let's link in the AutoCAD drawing. So let's go CAD link, and let's find a warehouse AutoCAD drawing. Let's go origin to origin, and we only want it in this view. We'll use this as a reference, and go ahead open. Now there's our grid. So what we want to do, we want to copy the grid in our structural model. Normally that's where it will sit, but it depends on the architect or whomever. So let's go and bring this grid in. So let's go grid. There's our pick line command. We'll select this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to select this one, and let's just call him 8. A. Capital A. Okay. And let's go down like so. I don't know what's going on there, but let's undo that. Let's undo that again. I want to use this one. Yeah, okay. So now we have our grid and we have our link. So now let's go into our north elevation. Now, what we need on here, and we'll go here as well and say coordination. We have to show coordination in all views before we say anything. So now we're in our structural model in the north elevation. So we want to put a foundation here. So the first thing I want to do, I want to go to my level datum, and I'll bring this guy down. Let's say, let's go 3 feet. And we'll bring this across. Let's bring this, we want to see this on this side. And we'll call this, we'll give this a name here. So I'm going to do that back. As you can see, the other grids are the LinkedIn grids from the architecture, and that's good there where they are. These are going to go back across to the other model. So let's call this top of footing. Let's just go TOF. Say okay. And then yes. So there's our top of footing now. So now what we want to do here is we want to go and do our footing. So let's go into that level and we're at the top of footing. So now we don't see anything above and we kind of want to see that stuff above. So what we can do here is we can go, we don't want to do that. Let's go here. Let's go. I want to do an overlay so I can see the walls above. An underlay, I'm sorry. And we'll go underlay. We'll say level 1. So there's level 1, just so I can see this the reference. And now we want to go to level 1 top of footing, and then we want to add here a structural wall. And this wall is going to go down to, and it'll go down to, let's see, let's do this. I want to make this let's make this a 12-inch foundation, concrete foundation wall. And then we'll draw that level 1, and we'll have it at a depth. Okay, let's cancel that. So I don't have my constraints properly set up. So let's go here. So we want the structural wall again. Let's go to, tell you what we'll do. Playing around with Revit here. So let's go to level 1, which is what I should have did in the first place. Sorry guys. Let's do our structural wall. We want to go a depth, and we want to go to top of footing, and we want to go down 3 feet. So we should go center line, and just take this guy right around center line of existing wall. We'll go right around here. And we'll come up to this point. So now let's go into our 3D view and see what we got going here, folks. Okay. And let's do our coordination. So there's everything we need here. Let's do shaded view. So there, we have our foundation link model and we have our architectural model. So let's just shift this guy around and have a look where we are. Everything's looking good. So now let's go back to our top of footing. Now let's add columns here. And these columns are going to go, well, no, we need to add a footing. So we can do this straight from the 3D view. So we can go wall, footing, and 36 by 24. We don't need to do that big. Let's just see how we look here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's go here and here. So now we have our footing. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to go to the top of footing level in our structural model, and we want to add columns. So these columns, let's see what size they are. We can do any we want, but let's just measure these and see what size we have. Okay, these are 18 by 18s. And we'll use that size too. Cancel that. Okay, so now let's go back to 3D view. I think I want my grid. Let's see, is our level 1. Okay. Probably should have put our grid at top of footing, but that's okay. Level 1 will be fine. So now we want to add columns. We want to add structural columns. So let's go to column. and we want to go with concrete. So let's go see if we have any loaded. Yes, we do. And we have 12 by 18. Let's load the 12 by 18. Let's load it here. And let's just duplicate this. Let's edit type and duplicate. And let's call this 18 by 18. And then we'll say OK. And we'll change the B value here to 6. Okay, now, so what we want to do now is I can just drag this guy out here really if I want, and just go select all grids. I don't know if we want to. We probably don't need all these columns in here, but let's just get them in since we can. Let's go select all these grids. Nope, we want to go structure, column, add grids, select all the grids, and hit finish. Oh, sorry. I can do it this way too. Let's go select all instances. I'm going to create similar here. And then go at grids. And we can select these grids. Let's just grab these here. Hit finish. Okay. It's not working for me at the moment, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think we want all. I'll tell you what, let's just follow the AutoCAD drawing. Let's place the one here. Yeah, we just want columns at the base and at the center. Let's copy this one over here. I should copy, and I should have had multiple selected. And then I want to go from here to here. And place another one here. And let's have one there. So now let's have a look in our 3D view. Okay, there's our columns. Yeah, we're going to just go with the 4 for this assignment. And we can delete this guy out of here. There's no use for us, so we're going to go delete. So now, if you go into our north elevation, we'll have our architectural model and we'll have our foundation, our footing in for our foundation. Now let's go in here and let's go add some isolated slab pads for the columns. I'd like to do this in top of footing view. Let's just go in here and let's go isolate it. It's pretty big. One there. We'll put one here. Okay. Look at the 3D view in there. Now, what we want to do now is we now have our architecture and our structural. Okay. So now let's go here for the. Now this will happen in the structural model. We can actually take this guy and we can shut him off. Let's just unload the architectural. You know, we got that unloaded. We can go here on our level 1, and then we can create a floor. So let's add a structural floor here. Let's just use the pick walls command. We'll extend it to the exterior wall. We'll go here. We'll go here. And here. and hit finish. Would you like the walls to go that go up to this floor level matches bottom? Well, let's say yes. Okay, let's cancel it. We didn't like that. Let's say no here. Okay. And we'll go back here. So now we have our floor. Okay. So now let's go and reload our architectural link. There you go. So now what we have here is we have our two different files linked in. So what I want you guys to do now is, as you notice the structure, we don't see any architectural doors or things like that because they're in our other model. But while we're here, let's go in and add more columns here. Because I think we need more columns. Let's go back to top of footing. We got a column there. There. I think we're going to get away with this like this for now, folks. So now, we want to shut this guy down and let's go over back to our architectural model. So, very good. I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to create another part for us. So we have our structural and our linked architecture. So now let's go see what happens in our architectural model with the structural linked in. Anyway, see you in the next video.